Greetings and hello, everybody. Aloha. This is Jeanne Russell, and I am here on Kauai, Hawaii, at my center in Kauai called Dolphin Touch Wellness Center, where we help people physically, emotionally, and spiritually. On the physical level, we do massage and Reiki, body work, foot detox, mud facials, cleansing, all that. On the mental and spiritual aspects, we talk about what no longer serves, and we release all that no longer serves. And so we go what we call deep diving on our water massage table and release what no longer serves. I also take people in the ocean and do Dolphin Energetics in the water to help release and talk about what's blocking you on your spiritual path as you're moving along, as you're swimming along and gathering your forces together, gathering your angels, your guides, and opening up to your higher self. And then we also heal on the karmic level. So those patterns that keep repeating in your life, just looking at them, examining them, shining the light on them so they no longer have power over you. Today, my guest is the wonderful Matthew Bueno. He's coming from Mount Shasta, California. Matthew is a shaman in his own right, a beautiful healer. He's a spiritual teacher and amazing, amazing drummer and singer of the Lakota Nation and different Native American traditions. He's led many sweat lodges. He's embraced not only the Native American culture, but he also has a connection to Lemuria and the Palladians, and he works with many guides on the other side. Matthew, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Jeannie.
Thank you.
I'd like to just share, before I open up my vocals, to share a song based on the prayer of Mount Shasta. The energies of this mountain as we're coming into springtime. It's a very beautiful time where everything is waking up. The little people are in full play, you know, and the birds and everything is kind of waking up at this time. So I just like to sing a song in regards to energy of creation for all of you. tonka shemalayo shana pakile wakayelo o pela yakayelo yo ayo hey yo yo hey yo ayo ayo So I say thank you, grandfather, for the imagery and the energy that came from that song. To visualize a colorful rainbow touching all the trees and the plants and the waters and the mountain and the snow and all the things that are on side the mountain. And then going up into people who are there and clearing out the energies around their hearts and around their minds. So when they come to this place, this sacred place here in Mount Shasta, that they have accompanied with them the awareness and the realization that they're coming into a different world. Here in this place, we have a whole other energy of energy that affects people when they come here to Mount Shasta from far away. And one of the things that the elders teach and we teach is that when you come here and you have ceremony, you do something in ceremony that connects to the mountain, whether it goes up, you go up the mountain and do meditation, or you pray, or you sit with rocks, or you sit with the trees, you transcend yourself into a whole other dimension. If you come here just as a looky-loo or a tourist and you're just looking for something, you're not going to find it. Everything is already inside here. So if you come here with the open mind and the energy of wanting to see inside here, the mountain will share with you the knowledge that's inside you. So that song, gifted to me by Spirit, is a spirit that speaks through nature. It speaks through nature, it speaks through the water, it speaks through the trees and through the rocks and through the land, and it brings memories into your subconscious that you probably don't know you've had, but it's a relationship. Because when you come here from a different place or from the Bay Area and you come here to Mount Shasta, you're going to get memories of this place because you've been here before. And so we're sending out this energy to all of you who feel a connection with Mount Shasta to come here and experience this with us. And us, Jeanne and myself, as facilitators, will help to mold you into the authentic selves that you guys are becoming. And this is a really powerful opportunity for you to really see who you are and what you're growing into. So I share this little bit of this information and this prayer for you to experience what we are here. So we are creating we've created a retreat here for you guys to come up and experience this with us. Jeannie?
Yeah, I thank you for that. That was beautiful and very well said. So beautiful, and a beautiful chant and drumming. And just like exactly what you said, I've been drawn to that area. Of course, I love Kauai. We're on Kauai, which is a magical place in itself, but there's a different type of magic in Mount Shasta that calls to my soul as well. And it's these places of beauty. And I think that's, it's really just the outer beauty reflecting our inner beauty within ourselves. But when we see that beauty, we relax into that natural state of who we really are. And our beauty comes out and shines with this beautiful spot that you embellish over there in that beautiful waterfall behind you, and the land and the trees, and the energy of it is just, it just calls to me. It's just one of those places where I feel at home, I feel safe, I feel relaxed, I feel joy, and the people there, like yourself, are so beautiful and so magical. The people that are drawn to Mount Shasta are drawn to be there for a reason as well. So all the healers and practitioners that we meet that are there are just as magical and just as special. So yeah, thank you for assisting in this facilitation.
Yeah. One of the things that I want to bring forward for people who are coming to visit here is that when you offer yourself to the mountain, right, in one of our ceremonies that we do is that we take 3 flat rocks and we pile them on top of each other. 3 is the number that we use pretty much for everything. Trinity. It's the connection between, Great Spirit, our hearts, and then the energy around us that helps us to create us what we're becoming. And so one of the tests that the younger Native American people do here is that they have to jump into the river, and we're not asking you to do this, but we have to jump into the river. They have to bring up 3 stones and place them for their fathers to represent their eagerness or their inspiration to follow that prayer, to follow that culture, And inside the culture, there's short house dances, there's sweat lodges, there's white deer dance, there's warrior dances, and all these different things that they have planned out for years, for during the springtime, during the winter time, and so on. But for you, what we want to do is bring you here to bring something sacred with you, whether it's a lock of your hair or it's a ring or something that's sacred to you. And you take that and you bundle it up in red cloth with a little bit of tobacco, and you bundle it up, and you make that your prayer, your intention when you come here. And so when you come here and you take that energy or that prayer bundle, you get 3 stones, and we'll take you up to Mount Shasta, and you put 3 stones, and then you put it in a sacred area, and you put that bundle at the bottom of that altar, and you make your prayer. And all along throughout the whole year, Mount Shasta and the energies of Mount Shasta will be guiding you, will giving you dreams, giving you insight, giving you inspiration, and things like that. And so one of the things that is really, really predominantly sacred here is our songs. So if we sing a song to you and you continuously sing that, you make your constant connection with the mountain. And so, and our prayers will always change. You have something that you want to get through. Maybe there's something that you want, that you don't understand what's happening in your life. So we're here to provide insight for you to look at yourself inside, to be able to bring that out and to move past it, whatever it is. And remember that nothing is impossible. Anything that you set your mind to that you want to create, that you want to overcome, there's always a solution for that to happen. But you have to open your heart and let the energy of the spirit come into your body to share with you and show you what it is in different aspects. So one of the things I'm going to be teaching is this about working with your shadow self. Now, there's been a lot of different talk and ways about shadow self. The shadow self is actually a very blessed part of yourself. It's that little voice inside you that speaks to you and tells you, gives you advice and says things to you. And we don't always follow it. Sometimes we do the automatically opposite. At least I do. And so what's important is for you to look at yourself and create what we call energy hygiene, to where you can work on yourself, be accountable for yourself, work on your emotional body, and with all that energy of the mountain, the energy of the land, the energy of ceremony, the energy of song, we can get through this together. So I want to help you move past your obstacles to be a better part of you.
Yeah, I use the water element for that, and the Dolphin Energetics that we'll be doing in the water in the Siskiyou Lake is about that, like shedding that skin that these protective layers and all these boundaries and all this junk that we've collected over our lifetime, and just releasing it into the ocean, into the lake, into the river, just releasing it into the water. The water is the great purifier, and allowing that new energy, that cleansing, that pure. I love that waterfall behind you because it's that pure water, that crystal clear water that we'll be using to help cleanse people of their auras and shedding those old skins, shedding those things that has been holding them down, and then coming into awakening as you open your eyes and see brighter colors, see a new world, see like, wow, this is shifted. Everything, even your vision is shifted, and the way you feel in your body shifts, the relationship you have with your body shifts, and we come into, oh, this is when I am truly underneath all that junk and all that heaviness and all those coatings and all that skin and everything that is collected over the years. And we release that, shed that into the water, and then we come into this rebirth of this understanding of ourselves underneath. And part of that is, just like you're saying, Matthew, the training of who we really are, not what's been projected onto us, not what's people have tried to mold us into, to make us into something that they want us to be, but really revealing the inner true self and having the courage to be that no matter what, and embracing that. Did you want to say something, Matthew? Yeah.
And the beautiful thing about Mount Shasta is that you will accumulate a lot of allies. When you come here and you make a pledge to work on yourself, to be accountable for who you are, and you open yourself up to that prayer, allies are going to start coming into you. And I don't know, it could be part of the Ascended Masters. Saint Germain is predominantly the one here. Lady Nada is another one that's here in Mount Shasta. The Palladians, Lemurians, and I'm not sure. Everyone has a different perspective about what that is, but to us they exist here. So does the little people, and so does Bigfoot. And so all our songs, when Jeanne was performing the same thing in Kauai, I would sing over her while she was working on people in the ocean. And that had a profound effect because I had no idea that the energies of different mammals were coming forward during my song. The manta ray came through, a turtle came through, a jellyfish came through, and all these different animals. I had no intention of calling those animals because I didn't know. I was just singing and being open, and these animal spirits kept coming through. So I can only imagine the amount of energies here in Mount Shasta that will come through when Jeannie's working on people inside the lake. So I'm looking forward to that and to bring as much, it could be Bigfoot coming in, it could be the little people, the Lemurians, and so on. So it's a really, really chance for all of us to move and sync together, in a row of people. Not so much us as we are your leaders in sort of a way, but you are too, moving together to create this together, have the experiences of a newness. This isn't something that we've done every single time. This is all brand new stuff coming forward, which is beautiful because as long as we have the intention of helping you and helping those who are attracted to this work, you're going to have some experiences that you're going to be able to take home with you and to keep continuing to experience that as well as anyone else who comes up and makes the altar on top of the mountain and can be continuously in tune with what's happening here. So this is going to be a pretty exciting experience for all of us.
Yeah, that's why we're such a good team.
I got tongue-tied a little bit there because I'm just excited.
Yes, yes. And can you explain Saint Germain? People may not be as familiar with Saint Germain and his energy and what he brings.
A lot of people come here from all over the place seeking Saint Germain. And you'll notice that in town, there's a place called Soul Connections. A really good friend of mine owns that. Her name is Catherine. And they wear purple. Purple is Saint Germain's color. And so a lot of people who go on the mountain and take pictures, right, of themselves by the trees, they'll see a purple light or a purple flame, or people are engulfed in purple, depending on what you're doing at that time. And so it's something like Saint Germain is a being that works with removing your obstacles, like Ganesh. He also brings in the energy of vitality, a connection to all living things, learning to look within yourself and find your embodiment. Like we were talking about, if you're drawn to Mount Shasta, then you probably have been here before. And so all your old teachers, like Saint Germain, will greet you. If you feel a calling to come to Mount Shasta and experience this with Jeannie and I, then you'll probably be introduced to Saint Germain. That's probably one of your allies that is calling you here. A lot of times we ignore that call because we have bills and we have family, but how much more often are we going to put off our connection? Where our life is more about having an experience more than anything. And so if you feel drawn to this, it could be one of the masters or one of your allies calling you here. And that's something to listen to. I know for me, I moved up here 20 years ago exactly because I was drawn here. I actually broke down south from here down by Dunsmuir, and I didn't even know there was a town here. And so I met one of the medicine people here, and I asked him to teach me. And he said, well, you have to move here. And I said, well, what's there? And so it doesn't seem like I'm going to be making any money up there. And so I became a massage therapist. And then after I became a massage therapist, I realized I could take my business anywhere. So after being here for 20 years, I've experienced a lot of different beautiful things. And I have never left because this place, this kind of feeling of wanting to thrive here. The water is pure, the energy is pure, the mountains pure. And when we go, swimming in the lakes and stuff here, you just become cleansed. It's just a constant baptism in this spiritual awareness here. And Saint Germain and the allies have something to do with it. They continuously energize this land, so all of us from the outside can benefit from that.
Oh yeah, I definitely feel that. I mean, yeah, it's just this beautiful, beautiful energy that you just want to bathe in, even just being there, never mind being in the water. It's this energy. And then the mountain is literally mesmerizing when even before you get to Mount Shasta, you see it like miles out and you just like can't take your eyes off it. It's just such a pull to be there and to experience that. I would say though that you are way more than a massage therapist. Can you explain a little more of what you
Yeah,
do? You may have started that. Yeah, I'm a massage therapist too, but
yeah.
we both, yeah, I mean, that's our entry drug into different things that we do.
So, most of my family, have been medicine people. I've been adopted into a lot of different Native American backgrounds, Lakota, the Yakima, and then the Karuk, which is the people that are from here is the Karuk people. And over time, you spend a lot of time with different, techniques and different energies. You start to realize your own potentials. And so I was born with the gift of sight. And what that means is that I used to have dreams of angels, and I didn't understand the journeys I was being taken on when I was a little child. But I started writing a biography about myself, a book about my life of being adopted, and on that journey, I found a lot of teachers that just pretty much reflected it within me the power I already was carrying, but I didn't know I had it. So it's been in my mission to help people find their own power, to find their power and to bring that out of themselves. You know, um, a lot of people are shy to this, but right now, a lot of my students right now are learning different aspects that wakes them up in a different way. In a human being, there are a lot of different angles that they need to be reached. So one of the ways that I teach is through innocence. I teach through the energy of innocence. And the innocence is your inner child. The innocence is song. The innocence is ceremony. The innocence is meditation. Um, and once you get connected with an ally or your guides, your spiritual guides, we all have spiritual guides. And when we were born, there were two guides, master teacher and your master guide, who were dedicated to guide you on your path. So maybe some of you might experience, dreams that you keep occurring, or when you find a feather on that you're walking, and it's like no one else can see this feather but you. That was meant for you. There's a lot of different ways that your allies are trying to get your attention. And so what we do is that for me and my guides, my soul team, is that we help to bring that out in you. We help to get you to soften your energy field so you can start seeing everything that's happening around you and get a stronger connection to what you're becoming. We were told at a very young age that we have a mission that we promised to God before we came to Earth, that we all have a mission to complete on this in this life. And I'm one of those teachers that push my students to do more than they believe they can. And I have that because I feel a tremendous amount of love that comes from God through me, through my heart. And so I bring all that to my students to help them reach their highest potentials through meditation, through clearing their chakras, to recognizing their soul's truth, to going through past lives, through empowering them through clairvoyance and clairaudience, and teaching people how to realize their own abilities of the psychic realm. And all those abilities are great, but I feel that the best way to contact your own inner parts in God is to find your innocence, to find what you like to play, where you like to play, what is your favorite place in the world to be, what is your safe place. Those kinds of things helps us to break the walls down of our programming and belief systems that we grew up with, not only because of religion and schools, but family too. And so because I was adopted, I was free to choose whatever I wanted to in this life. And I believe that my adoption was a complete miracle for me, because if I wasn't adopted, I wouldn't have been on a search looking for my birth parents, and along the way finding all these different spiritual aspects and teachers. So I'm really grateful for that. So I get to share that with other people. So thank you for letting me share, Jeanne.
Oh yeah, no, your sessions, I know we had some powerful sessions together. And you definitely can see, like you're seeing my Lemurian guides and the energy guides and past lives and things like that, and so profound. And Yeah, I would imagine as a kid, it was challenging to have this gift of sight and not understand it. So,
Yeah. And the
kudos.
beautiful thing that I think the spirits and my spiritual allies have created me become is that I'm this human portal. So because I see these things, and for Jeannie, it's not so much just seeing them and then telling you about it. The guides also give you a solution to continuously have a conscious contact with that aspect of yourself. So if I see your guides and I tell you who they are, or your Lemurian or your Palladian guides, a lot of times they come on one side and your ancestry comes on the other side, depends on who you are. But when we see them, we help you to embody that energy, to embody your connection to them. So you can continuously have solutions for yourself. So, like I'm a walking tarot card that has all the different aspects of it, your prayer, your solution, and your meditation to continuously bring that for you, and that you're never going to be alone. And once you get on that path of realizing your connections, it continuously keeps you growing no matter what age you are. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful experience to be able to provide that and to be in service for that. So I
Yeah,
am,
no, it's so needed in this world right now. There's a lot of people that are very confused or disoriented, like as if the rug has been pulled out from underneath them because the whole world is kind of turning upside down right now. The things that we thought were solid are now lucid and unstable, and so everything is shifting. And when that happens, it creates uncertainty. And uncertainty allows some lower vibrational energies to come in. So, in order to get out of that and to connect with your guides, it's such a powerful thing to have that in your back pocket, in your toolbox, to be able to like, oh, ground yourself and, focus on what's really important, the here and now. You may hear all these different things going on in the world, but, you know, this is what's happening now. This is what my life is doing now. This is where I am right now. And how can I keep my center? And how can I open my heart? That's for me, the dolphins. You talk about your experience. What for me, the dolphins open my heart. And that's why I was so drawn to them. And it's that energy of the heart opening that invites these higher dimensional experiences and connections and intuitiveness to come in. Like you talk about the innocence of the child. Well, that's to me what the dolphins represent, that beautiful innocence of jumping and swimming and playing in the water. Like, yeah, I am like that when I connect with my dolphin guides.
maybe when you're here, I'll tell you the story about my dolphin experience.
Yes, you can
That was,
incorporate that in
yeah,
the retreat. That would be
yeah, that was
awesome.
something else. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
and so we really want people to experience multi-level things. So we talked about the water and air. It will be the chanting. You're going to teach some chants.
yeah, I'm gonna teach some chants, some really easy ones that you can go home with. Even we'll record it for you so you can practice them. And related to Mount Shasta, related to the water, related to creation. And a lot of people come up here and they get their own songs because the more time you spend in your focus of your prayer and you're walking your prayer and you wake up in the morning before you look at your phone, before you get your coffee, you sit up and you're grateful about what you're about to experience. And you ask the spirits, you ask your guides, your allies to, hey, please show me today something special that stands out for me that I can remember when I go to bed. And every day when you ask that, something always happens in your life, whether it's a sacred meeting or you meet somebody on the mountain that has the same or is the same place from you and looking for the same thing, or you find a rock or a crystal where somebody gives you something, and everything is magical. Sometimes you'll be on the mountain not think of anything, and you look in the sky and the clouds will open up and the sun will shine down on you. So whatever you were thinking at that time is something to pay attention to. Now, one of the things that, that's happened in the world today is that there's a lot of fear in the world. And
Mm.
with fear in the world, what happens is that we start to get into competition. We start to look at other people's lives instead of our own. We start to look at how many people are doing better than us rather than what we're doing for ourselves. So I'm here to tell you that each of you who are drawn to this work and drawn to this way of life, to this mission, to this retreat, is that you're going to be able to see yourself how God sees you and not how other people. It doesn't matter. What other people think of us is none of our business. But what we think of ourselves is what we want to make and create for ourselves to be able to witness ourselves, to have an experience, to better ourselves, and to open ourselves up to the realities that we can create in our subconscious. And that's how Jeannie and I myself work. Was that we help you to see something better in yourself that you can take forever and continues to help you. So we have committed ourselves to a year. If you sign up, a year of us to work with you once a month online. Jeannie, do you want to disclose some of that?
I think it's 6 months, but they could extend it to a year if they wanted to. We can talk about that, but yeah, we're committed to creating community and support along the way. This isn't just meet it, smash, and goodbye. It's like we really want to crack you open like that egg, and then we want to nurture you as a fledgling grow into this beautiful being that you are. And so we want to offer that support because we realize how important it is. People many times we've done many retreats between Matthew and myself, tons. And the transformation that happens is powerful during the retreat, but then you go back to your regular life and, the old systems come back into play, the old patterns start playing themselves out, and you tend to forget what you experienced here. So our mission with this continued work is to not let you fall back into old patterns, but to help you continue to grow on your spiritual path.
And wait till you meet David. David is the real
Yes.
one. He's a really good guy, and I enjoy being around him. He makes me laugh. Um,
Yes, David is a very powerful spiritual being in his own right. He's my husband, and he embodies. I mean, he has such a talk about the playful child. I love it when he's on these retreats and fishing and doing different things because he becomes that little boy, and that little boy has so much joy and so much light, and just being around him, like you said, it it just is very uplifting. So that experience alone is being added. It's a little added bonus that he'll be there, and we don't know exactly when he's going to pop in and pop out, but it'll be super fun. He'll be with us for the whole retreat, and sharing his intuition and guidance and knowledge. He has a very
one of the,
strong connection to crystals too. So he loves to talk about it. He just lights up, his face just lights up. And we'll be doing some crystal immersions. There's the thing about Mount Shasta too is that there's many little shops and places along the way that we're going to go visit. And there's a couple of crystal shops that are pretty awesome, and talking about the crystals and the mountain and different things, and doing some ceremony around that as well.
so one of the things I want to bring forward to this retreat too is I have a drum that's 24, maybe 36 inches in diameter. It's about this big, and I want to put that. And it's a drum that we use to play at our ceremonies. And I invite you to come and sing with me, man or woman, doesn't matter, and just learn how to drum on that buffalo skin. Really helps you to get a connection with the energy of Earth, as I will be bringing forward Earth, vibration, and wind and fire within our capabilities of our ceremonies. But the drum teaches you how to listen to yourself, how to trust yourself, and how to blend your words, the songs, with the beat. And in life, it's the same thing. We have a walk that we walk every day, but our mind gets full of chatter and this and that and technology, and we forget our connection with Earth. So I want to bring that back for you so you can have a harmonious feeling of connection when you leave here from Mount Shasta. So yeah, that's
Yeah, no,
pretty much
the
what I
singing
do.
and the chanting and the drum is like the heartbeat.
Mhm.
And so it's that nurturing feeling of, even when we were in the womb and we are connected to our Earth Mother, and hearing her heartbeat, and that safety and security that we felt when we were in the womb. And we are, in for this retreat, creating a little safety nest for the participants to really open up. Then whether it's crying or laughing or yelling, or we've had it all. And we just want people to be themselves in this safe environment, letting them know that they can express themselves fully.
Totally.
The
And we look forward.
Lemurian, yeah, the
Look
Lemurian.
forward.
So I'd like to talk a little bit about, well, you have those people that know about Telos.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about Telos? What you know about it? You probably know more than I do about the Mount Shasta Telos.
Telos is a um, well, we're getting into a little bit more of the sacredness of the mountain, but I think that Telos is a
A
really,
quick overview.
yeah,
You don't have to go into
okay.
the whole story,
My mind
but
just
we'll
goes
save
like
that
that.
for the retreat. Yes, yes.
So Telos is a place that you can meditate yourself into and through your light body. Uh, a lot of people, you can do it from close quarters within the area of Mount Shasta or on the mountain itself. Um, there is um, a directional feed, a frequency that comes into your own light body that separates you. And that's what I was saying earlier, is that when you come here to Mount Shasta, it's important to get right into your prayer, get right into your ceremony, because that way you get, all the doors will open up from all the different aspects of the Palladians, Lemurians, Telos, Bigfoot, the little people, the energies of the water, the energies of the wind, the energies of the clouds, everything. And so Telos is one of those places that Jeannie, I know, that has the capability of taking you in meditation into that place. And basically, it's you go in there and you meet Metatron. Metatron is at the front gates, and he'll put what we call a scroll, a soul scroll, into your subconscious that helps to open up your mind to different aspects of your being. And once you open yourself up, it's like opening up a door at the same time. Curtains open up like a theater, and you walk right on through. And it shows itself a lot of different ways to a lot of different people, depending on where your mind and your heart is. And so if this is your first time, they'll probably show you everything. If you've been there before, they probably show you a different city altogether. But there is a city inside Mount Shasta that you need to travel through your light body to get there. And I know for myself, Jeannie has taken me back into Lemuria, where I had an experience that I will never forget, about being a Lemurian androgynous being. And I know that she has the capability of taking us into Telos as well as myself.
Yeah. I before we started, um, I used I don't know if you ever heard of these Lemurian star child oracle cards. And I chose 3 cards for our retreat. So I'd like to share them.
Hmm.
And the first one was the Lemurian egg.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like we are creating this Lemurian egg, or this bubble, like I said in the retreat, reintegration of divine potentials. So our intention is to create this beautiful space, and like I said, the rebirthing of this energy. The next card was initiation. deep trust, deep healing, and reconnection with all. So this is also an initiation that we're opening up some doorways, like Matthew's been talking about, and helping you to see for yourself what's coming and do some deep healing, because this is the lifetime to heal all lifetimes. This is the one that we have been evolving and waiting for, and this is the lifetime to heal all lifetimes. Doesn't mean everything ends after this lifetime. We'll just be evolving and playing and being like the little kid, like the dolphins. But in this lifetime, we're here to heal all our past lifetimes. And then the last one was unlock your gifts, sacred gifts, energy senses. Pure love is the key. Isn't that beautiful? So really, it's about getting back to the heart, getting back to the love that we are, and embracing these energies. And I'm very excited. It'll be June 18th through the 23rd. We're got you covered. We got a beautiful villa right by Siskiyou Lake. We have food. You provide 2 meals a day, and mostly organic and healthy when we can, as much as possible, get those foods, and really feeding your soul on many levels, physical, emotional, and spiritual levels. And you can get access to it on my website, dolphintouch.org, and go under retreats, and it's on the first page. If you just drop down, you can set up a free chat with me if you want to learn more about it or ask questions. And Matthew, do you have it on your site as well?
I have it on my website as well, on the event page. I have actually, I just have the picture of our promotional picture, and then your link to your website.
And can you tell everyone how to find you and what your page is?
My page is matthewsbueno.com. www.matthews, my full name, Matthethew, S is in Stephen, B is in boy, UENO .com. Matthews Bueno, and you'll find all the information there as well.
We'll put that under the link under this video as well. And you're on Instagram and Facebook?
Instagram, Facebook, yeah, yes, and YouTube.
Is it Lightning Bear or Matthew Bueno?
It's Matthews Bueno, yeah. Lightning Bear is my native name.
Nice, nice. Yeah. Anything else you want to say in closing, Matthew?
To bring some hiking boots. We'll probably be doing some hiking. Bug spray, a flashlight. And for some of you who are very light skinned, you might want to, like Jeannie, use some sunblock. Yeah, we're coming up here to have a good time, so you don't have to wear, nice clothes if you don't want to. Everything's pretty much casual. One of the things that we will be doing, like we did last year, is going out and picking sage. During the time in June will be the perfect time for sage picking. And you'll get to make your own bundles and take that home with you as well. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
our sage is really pungent and smells really good.
Oh, it's so good. Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's good for smelly cars too.
Nice. And don't forget the bathing suit, because we'll be doing some water stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah. So this has been great. Thank you for.
Yeah, thank you for coming on board today and taking the time to share. We're very excited to get over there in June and with David and have a great time.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you and going fishing.
Yes. Okay, hui ho, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.